Good day to everyone, especially to our panel for Innovation Competition 2020. So, my group from TESOL SK1 2017 consists of me, myself, Felmi Senses, Hanif Raimi, and Ahmad Zakwan will be presenting our innovation entitled Playcast. So basically, Playcast is a rapid response classroom polling app that lets teachers use only one mobile device to scan paper cards for student response. This app is founded by Amy Nolan, a high school mathematics teacher, and we adapt these apps into an English subject learning materials and interactive materials for classroom. So what the teacher needs to do is only holds up a device such as phone or a tablet and scans students' response which are recorded. It is both interactive and anonymous, where Playcast is an activity students enjoy and feel comfortable participating in. These apps can be conducted through offline and online. By means, you only need to be online when you are creating the questions, but when you're conducting the class and you are using these apps, you can do it offline only by using phone and QR scans that you can printed through the apps. So it is very suitable and practical for rural areas, suburban and also urban school. So how we came up with this idea, teaching English language to non-native speakers need a special approach that stimulates the interest to learn new language. Almost all pupils in rural areas and suburban schools acknowledge English as their third or fourth language, and also they have this mindset that English is a super killer subject, so they don't have the motivation to learn English, especially to some students, to all students where their English language is their fourth or third language spoken at home, because they are using their native language and also Malay language as their daily language. Thus it makes English language seems new and too alien for them. So in order to attract the pupils' engagement in English learning, a teacher must first should instill the element of fun learning in teaching and learning process. This is based on Egbert 2003, which stated, students' motivation and desire to learn in the future can be enhanced by a positive learning experience. This positive learning experience can be produced as a natural byproduct of and also as a fuel for student learning in an interactive environment. By simply having fun. By having fun, the students may actually learning. So during our practicum, our first practicum, there are several problems that we encountered that related to English learning. The first one, which I have mentioned in the previous slide, people have low motivation to participate in English learning activity due to their low proficiency. It is because they don't want to learn English, they don't want to interact using English language, and they don't know how to reply to a conversation in English language. Also, pupils have very short attention span and easily get distracted if they found the lesson is boring, especially when it is using the method of chalk and talk and also pencil and paper method. Interactive learning is not well implemented because of facilities and equipment limitation. Some schools, they are not really into Park 21 or ICT elements because they don't have this enough facilities and equipment limitation. For example, even in the classroom, they don't have the source of light, and also the socket and all the switches also not functioning well. So the teachers are having hard time to do assessment, especially in speaking and writing, because they hardly cannot complete the task given with the papers and all. They misplace the task, so the teachers are having hard time to track all the works that are given to the pupils. So the objectives are to encourage pupils' engagement in learning activity by using interactive learning, and to attract pupils' interest in learning through digital approach, since these apps is both online and offline and online approach, so it is very suitable for them to be introduced to this kind of digital approach, and also to make assessment process easier for teacher, of course. So who are our target groups? Of course, for pupil level 2, because why pupils level 2? Because they already have this sense of using the materials and also their ability to receive instruction from teachers, and also for teachers to make easier of their assessment process. So the background before the innovation was implemented in the new KSSR syllabus for English language subject, one of the main principles focused on the importance of fun, meaningful and purposeful learning. Lessons which emphasize integration of meaningful context in language skill allows pupils to engage in full fun-filled and fulfilled activities. Meaningful, contextual, as well as purposeful activities will promote the fun element in the language learning. So since the pupils were not really exposed in interactive learning, fun learning and meaning-making learning, we need to have one approach that will attract their attention to tackle all these problems by using interactive, fun learning and meaning-making learning. And also they were mainly taught traditional, as I mentioned before, chalk and talk and hands-on activities, which is more to paper pencil activity during teaching or learning process. So they are getting bored easily and they get distracted with other activities, and they tend to do their own activities by talking to each other and all. People tend to lose the attention, as I mentioned, in the middle of the lesson and barely finish the task given. More often, they misplace the worksheets given. That is the worst. It makes the teacher to assess the pupil's progress and taking too much time to trace the pupil's work, and marking process also time consuming, because tracing the pupil's work also time consuming. What more to mark the pupils and students work. So the significance of innovation, it is to help students engage during classes, to worry-free for all students. Teacher can get immediate feedback and instant feedback. Since, as we all know, in these rural area schools, they are more to very conservative. They don't want to talk in English. They want to avoid English subject at all, because it is their mindset that overpower their willingness to learn English. So by having this approach, by using digital applications such as Plickers, we hope that the pupils and all students and teachers can make their roles easier in the classroom by using these apps.
So we're going to see the identify the model of educational innovation selected, Mills 1996 innovation model, the R6. Okay, first one is science. The process to produce the innovation is time and cost saving, easy and not really complex. Then we also have technology, materials used to create this project is it's a technology base. Okay, the form of technology is very practical and very flexible. And we also have the management. This innovation helps to improve pupils' engagement and make ease for teachers in making assessment. Also technology management, this innovation can be used both online and offline, okay, which is very good, okay, since the combination of traditional and also the modern way of teaching, okay, it's combined together. And we also have entrepreneurships. The innovation can be used for all school communities. And then also innovation, the innovation itself can be spread right through various promotion approach. Okay, next we are going to see the proposed application of triological learning that will be implemented. There will be three. Okay, the first one is teacher and people collaborations, people collaboration, also the teacher collaborations. The first one is teacher people collaborations. In this innovation, is the idea is first started by a teacher. When the teacher implements the idea in the classroom, both teacher and pupils need to collaborate together to see its effectiveness. During the implementation, teacher can observe the pupils' feedbacks through their reactions towards the learning. Okay, this teacher and people. And now it's people and people. Pupils will collaborate with each other in terms of handling the materials and seeking the answers for each question using Plickers. And then people who enjoy using the Plickers tend to ask some approach to the other teacher, so they will be using the same way. Okay, teacher can also and then the teacher collaboration, the last one. Teacher can collaborate through sharing in conducting teaching and learning process in the classroom. So speakers also can be suggested to help teachers for assessment. So basically this is helping in different terms of area to collaborate to each other. Next, we see the on how actually to use speakers. You have to sign up, and then there will be main page. You have to enter the class, go to the library. You have to create new question, execute help, and click help and get Plickers card. Okay, there is your Plickers card. Okay, and then you have to download Plickers app in Android or iOS. Then you log into your Plickers account, scan your people's answers, draft of the answer given, and click next to for the next questions you want to assess. Okay, what is the evaluation instrument for this innovation outcome? First is the project objectives. Okay, it's actually the definition of why we are doing this project. How much is the effect? Must the solution have to be a success? And what must the project deliver in order to achieve? So this basically involve purpose, success, criteria, and deliverables. Okay, we want to see that if we are on the right track to fulfill the objectives. And then we also have the user interviews. So the interviews are used to get in-depth understanding and empathy for future users. Interviews should be conducted in the everyday context of the users to make the understanding more real. They will be identified, prepared, take notes, and conclusions. These include the questions or items, make interview guide, conduct interview, and write down conclusion in the knowledge captured template. Then we also have user observations. Okay, the observation will help in understanding the intangible meaning of experiences and activities of the users. Define topic for research, identify users to be observed, observe users in the everyday context, fill in the template for user interviews and observation knowledge capture. So basically we have to expect the user observations just to make a improvement. And then we also have the feedback sessions, which is very important. Can provide feedback on the concepts. Okay, we also can be carried out several times during the project, but should start early enough to have time to act on the feedback. Okay, we must start early in this project. We have to get the feedback as fast as we can, and we to learn about what users and experts really prefer.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum and greetings to all of you. My name is Ahmad Zakwan bin Abdullah, and for my part I would like to present the promotion approach plan towards our innovation, which is Plickers, through social media with #brand#. So we used social media to introduce this digital innovation in forms of text, pictures or videos posting to attract social media users to get to know about Plickers. And the links related to Plickers also can be put along, since each social media has its own text limitation. Each posting will be followed by #FunPlickers as a trademark, because it helps the readers to remember the name of this innovation and make ease the process of accessing information by just typing #FunPlickers to get all the information needed. And the feedbacks from audience or readers can be collected via comment sections for further improvement. Besides that, any questionnaires also can be posted online using Google document, and the data can be analyzed based on the answers given by the respondents. So these are the examples of social media applications that we have used to promote our innovation. As you can see from this picture, Facebook and Instagram has the most attraction of percentage. The percentage of attraction towards our innovation. Facebook by 97.3%, Instagram by 56.1%. So testing it at school. This innovation can be tested at school to test its effectiveness to the pupils and also to the teachers. A demonstration can be done to show how it works, the material used, its practicality and flexibility, and also how it can help to enhance people's engagement in English learning for the pupils, and also help in make ease teachers' assessment process. The feedback can be done through interview with the pupils and teachers in the school. So innovation implementation, we have used Gantt chart or harmonogram, which is a type of bar chart that illustrates a project schedule. This chart lists the tasks to be performed on the vertical axis and time intervals on the horizontal axis. So this is our Gantt chart of our innovation. As you can see here, the yellow gradient in the timetable is the timeline indicator throughout the 11 weeks, which shows the tasks done during that time period. As you can see here, the vertical axis, we have the tasks listed here. So let's move on to how to implement Plickers. So first of all, we need to register the pupils' common data using Plickers official website and connect it to Plickers apps in mobile phone. As you can see here, in the picture, this is the Plickers official website. So it's easier if you use mobile phone. So you can print the QR code based on their card's number. So here, the teacher can set up the questions using Plickers website. Here you can see in the picture, this is the question, the example of questions. You can set up the question, and the questions will be saved automatically in the mobile phone. So it is much easier if you use mobile phone rather than using laptop. So you save time to get access to the website using mobile phone or using the app downloaded in the mobile phone. Okay, and then the teacher can display or read the questions, and the pupils will raise their cards to show the answer, and the teacher will scan their cards to check the answer just by using mobile phone. So it's very important to download the Plickers app in your mobile phone as a teacher. And then in the end of the session, the results will be shown immediately after the cards were scanned. So here you can see the performance of your students, the analytics that you can see from each pupils. You can see the improvement and the development of your pupils just by using the Plickers app in your mobile phone. So that's all from us. I hope that you can understand about the usage of Plickers. So in conclusion, Plickers is very simple but very useful and helpful to reduce the time usage and the material used. So it's very ideal and effective for every teachers out there. Okay, that's all from us. I hope that you guys can understand the information and what is Plickers all about in this video. Thank you very much for listening.